Hello, grade 6 pupils! Welcome and enjoy watching while learning our video lesson on distinguishing various types of informational or factual text found in your learning packet number 3, quarter 2, week 3. In your previous activity sheets, you have studied about the 4 types of informational text and various informational or factual text and their types and purpose which you can read online. In this learning episode 3, let us add your knowledge and understanding on distinguishing various types of informational or factual text. I am Teacher Grace Ardino of Maricrum Elementary School, Bacon West District, Sorsogon City. Come and let us explore more about informational or factual text. Be ready with your notes, pen, and activity sheets, quarter 2, week 3. So, are you ready for our lesson today? Whenever you listen to or read informational text, you learn facts and new information which you may share with others. Sharing information is an important task. In our world today, where fake news is widespread in the different social media platforms, it is our duty to become a responsible online user. In identifying whether a text is an informational or factual text, you have to understand its various types. The following discussion will dig deeper and enhance your learnings about the types of informational or factual text. What are the types of informational or factual text? First, we have factual description. Its purpose is to describe a place or thing using facts. It systematically describes different aspects of the subject. The features of factual description are the following. Begins with an introductory statement. Systematically describes different aspects of the subject. May end with a concluding statement. Example: landscape descriptions. Next is information report. What are the information can be found in an information report? Its purpose is to provide information about people, animals, things, and events. It starts with a general classification or definition. Features begins with a general classification or definition. Lists a sequence of related information about the topic. Ends with a concluding comment. Example: facts about waves. Another is factual recount or time order. Factual recount or time order has details that answer who, what, where, etc. It describes the events in sequential order. Recounts focus on retelling events and are generally intended to inform and entertain. Features begins with a statement of what was made or done. Tells what was made in order. Written in the past tense. What are the examples of factual recount? Examples: documentaries, retelling, a science experiments and its results. What are the information can you found in a discussion text? Discussion text, it includes background information and list of arguments. Its purpose is to provide different points of view. The purpose of a discussion text is to explore more than one point of view on a given subject in order to reach an informed opinion or to make a decision on an issue. The features of discussion text are the following. Begins with some background information relating to the issue. List arguments for and against, giving evidence for different points of view. Conclusion might sum up both sides or recommend one point of view. Example: Should cars be banned from the inner city? Explanation text, its main purpose is to explain how or why something happens. It starts with naming the topic and explains how the items relate to each other and to the topic. Explanatory texts move beyond providing straightforward descriptions to looking at things like causes and reasons. It may include visual images, example, flowcharts and diagrams, which support what is written in words. For example, the life cycle of a butterfly. How about literary nonfiction? Can you give me examples of literary nonfiction? Literary nonfiction includes shorter texts such as personal essays, speeches, opinion pieces, essays about art or literature, biographies, memoirs, journalism, and historical, scientific, technical, or economic accounts including digital sources written for a broad audience. Autobiographies, biographies, other narrative nonfiction, informational picture books, and informational poetry often fit into this category. Do you know the type of informational text that gives instructions on how to make or do something? Did you answer procedural text? Great! The answer is procedural text. Procedural text provides step-by-step guidelines that describe how to complete a task. They often include materials needed, sections and graphics that illustrate the process. What are the features of procedural text? Features begins with a statement of goal, could be the title. List materials needed in order of use. Gives a series of steps or instructions in order. Each instructions begins with a verb in the present tense. Examples: recipes, instructions, and manual. Next is expository text. Expository text utilizes various text structures such as description, cause and effect, comparison and contrast, problem and solution, question and answer, and temporal sequence. Expository text exists to provide facts in a way that is educational and purposeful. Some common examples are textbooks, news articles, instruction manuals, and city or country guide. Remember that the expository text is fact-based with the purpose of exposing the truth through a reliable source. And the last is argumentative or persuasive text. Provides evidence with the intent of influencing the beliefs or actions of the target audience. This typically includes claims, evidence, and warrants to explain how the evidence is linked to the claims. Now, I think you're ready for the activity for today. Let's begin. On your activity sheet, practice task 1. Read and understand the information taken from Google, Wikipedia, and other related websites about informational or factual text. Then answer the succeeding activities. For item number 1, check the box of the paragraph that shows a factual description. A. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, PHIVOLCS, reports a phreatic or steam-driven ash eruption at 5:06 p.m. of January 13. PHIVOLCS then raised the Level 2 Alert Level 2 the next day due to increasing unrest. B. Mayun volcano is well known around the world as the perfect cone volcano due to its almost symmetric conical shape, a unique feature. It is also the most active volcano in the Philippines, having erupted almost 50 times in the past 400 years alone. The site is also a protected landscape and a natural park. Write your answer. Did you write letter B? Good job! Nice start. The paragraph that shows a factual description is letter B. Number 2. Check the box of the paragraph that shows a factual recount. A. Holy Week is the last week of Lent and is very important in our religious calendar. On Palm Sunday, accompanied by his disciples, Jesus entered Jerusalem while people lined the streets and waved palms, leaves, and olive branches. On Holy Thursday, he washed the feet of his friends. On Good Friday, he was whipped and forced to carry the heavy wooden cross to Golgotha, where he was nailed and left to die. Letter B. The disciples were taught many valuable lessons from Christ. In the modern world, many people think that only bishops, priests, or vicars are genuine disciples, yet every Christian who has recently been baptized should try to be a follower of Christ. Write your answer. Did you say the answer is letter A? Excellent! The paragraph that shows a factual recount is letter A. For item number 3, check the box of the paragraph that shows an information report. A. The world has experienced a prolonged period of uncertainty and unrest caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Today, it has already affected the lives of people in almost 200 countries globally. The human cost is rapidly being matched by huge economic costs. B. A hospital is a place where the sick or the wounded come for treatment. They are attended to by qualified doctors, nurses, and other medical staff. The different wings of the hospital are called wards. People suffering from different diseases are admitted and treated there. Which paragraph shows an information report? Did I hear letter A? Yes, that's correct. Did you get them all? Good job! We're done with the practice task 1. Okay, let us proceed with practice task 2. Are you ready? Read the following short articles and identify what type of informational or factual text it is. Explain briefly your answer. Article number 1. No homework policy. Have you ever wanted to just shred up your homework or throw it out of the window and have no consequences? Kids are assigned daily homework from the time they start kindergarten at the ripe young age of 5. Is it really necessary? Does it help better learning or even higher test scores? The amount of homework we do waste time, money, paper, and trees because it's practically the exact same thing we did in class that day. What type of factual text is it? And why? If your answer is argumentative or persuasive text, you've got the correct answer. Why it is argumentative text? It presents an argument whether you agree or not agree with the new homework policy. Article number 2. Rizal Park, the site of the most significant moments in Philippine history. Rizal Park is located at the northern end of Rojas Boulevard in Manila. It is spread out over 60 hectares of open lawns, ornamental gardens, paved walks, and wooded areas. It is officially named Rizal Park after Dr. Jose Rizal, our national hero, in honor and as tribute to him. What type of factual text is it? And why? Did you answer factual description? Awesome! Why it is a factual description? It shows factual information by describing the Rizal Park. Were you able to get the correct answer? Great job, children! Now, let us do the practice task 3. On your learning activity sheet, choose one from the given topics below and write a short article about it inside the tweet box. Identify the type of informational text written. Hashtag things to do to avoid COVID-19. The timeline of the Philippine Revolution. How to stay healthy. Why should tourists visit the Philippines? And the new normal classroom setting. Your answer may vary here depending on the article you have written based from the given topics. Your answer will be submitted and to be checked by your teacher. Have you learned something from today's lesson? Great! You did it! Today, we have learned to distinguish various types of informational or factual text. An informational text provides the reader with non-fiction information. Factual texts inform, instruct, or persuade by giving facts and information. In identifying whether a text is an informational or factual text, you have to understand its various types. These are the following: factual description, information report, factual recount or time order, discussion text, explanation text, literary non-fiction, procedural text, expository text, and argumentative or persuasive text. For our next activity, identify the text types of the following pictures. Choose from the options inside the box. Literary non-fiction, procedural text, expository text, argumentative or persuasive text, discussion, explanation, and factual description. What text type shows by picture number 1? The answer is, did I hear argumentative or persuasive text? You are doing great. Picture number 2 shows blank. Write your answer. The correct answer is literary non-fiction. Good job! What text type shows by picture number 3? Write your answer. It shows literary non-fiction. Wow, you're doing great. Picture number 4 shows procedural text. That's good. And picture number 5 shows factual description. Excellent! You did well. That's it for today, my dear Grade 6 learners. Before I say goodbye, remember that education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. By Albert Einstein. Until next time, kids. Bye-bye!